Hello, boys and girls. Today we will read Tiny Rabbit's Big Wish, written and illustrated by Margarita Engel and David Walker. When we read books, we want to take time to stop and think. Do I understand what is happening? If I don't understand what is happening, I can go back and reread the book. That means read the book again. I can use what I already know to help me understand. I can use the illustrations to look for clues. And if I still don't understand what's happening, I can ask questions. So today, we're going to look at some words that will help us better understand the story. Our first word is enormous. Can you say that word? Enormous. Enormous. Something that is enormous is very big. An elephant is an enormous animal. If I saw a little rabbit and I saw an elephant, I could definitely see that the elephant is enormous. Our next word is height. Can you say the word height? Height. Your height is how tall you are. The doctor checks the girl's height during her appointment. Can you look at your family and check the height of each person? You can line up from shortest to tallest. This will show your height. Who is the tallest person in your family? Who is the shortest person in your family? Our next word is wish. Can you say the word wish? Wish. When you make a wish for something, you really want it to happen. For my birthday, my biggest wish is for a puppy. So I want you to twist your fingers together and cross your fingers and whisper out loud and say, my wish is for. Oh, I hope you made a really good wish, friends. Now that we've learned the word enormous, height, and wish, let's read Tiny Rabbit's Big Wish by Margarita Engel and illustrated by David Walker. Tiny Rabbit's Big Wish. A tiny rabbit dreamed of growing as huge as the forest, with legs as tall as trees, and eyes the size of moons. He wished for a nose as long as an elephant's trunk, and he wished for a tail as gigantic as mountains. Ooh, do you know what gigantic means? Yes, it means really big. Tiny Rabbit wished and wished, but no matter how enormous his big wish grew, he was still tiny. Did you hear that word, enormous, on that page? Remember, enormous means very big. So his wish kept growing and growing until it was enormous. So he wished some more, and while he was wishing, time passed, and he grew. But he only grew a little bit. So Tiny Rabbit wished and wished that he could grow as sky high as a giraffe, and he did grow. But he grew only to the height of a slightly taller, small rabbit. Did he grow to the height of a giraffe? Did you hear that word height? That is how tall you are. So Tiny Rabbit started wishing to grow as powerful as a gorilla. Oh, he's looking powerful. Do you think he's as powerful as a gorilla? No. But instead, he grew only two long, tall, powerful ears to help him hear every loud or quiet sound in the forest. Tiny Rabbit's big ears helped him hear rhinos stomping, eagles screeching, frogs trumpeting, thunder booming, branches crashing, and mischievous monkey cheerfully chattering. Mischievous means the monkey's a little bit naughty. Tiny Rabbit could even hear leaves rustling, beetle jaws crunching, and butterfly wings flapping. Rustling means that the leaves were blowing in the wind and rubbing up against each other. You may have heard that sound yourself sometimes. Best of all, Tiny Rabbit's wonderful ears could always hear whenever a huge hungry lion was near, so that Tiny Rabbit could jump, thump, hop to his tiny, cozy, safe, hidden rabbit den, where he was enormously happy to be smart and small. Why is it good that Tiny Rabbit could hear with his big ears? He could hear everything in the forest, couldn't he? Do you think that Tiny Rabbit would have been happy if he was big? How does Tiny Rabbit feel about being small now? I think Tiny Rabbit learned to be happy being him. Being small ended up being a very good thing for him, didn't it? He was able to get away from the lion when he needed to and had a safe place to hide in his tiny rabbit den. I hope you've enjoyed reading Tiny Rabbit's Big Wish.